welcome to my Trimester 2 series of workouts. The main difference between Trimester 1 and Trimester 2 workouts will be the lack thereof movements requiring that you lie on your back. Once you hit Trimester 2, sometimes for some people it becomes uncomfortable because the baby pushes on the main return back to the heart, the main venous return back to the heart. Now, for a lot of people, it still is totally fine to do things on your back, but again, to err on the side of caution, in all of my Trimester 2 workouts, I'm going to have, at the very least, very minimal backline exercise options, or if I do that, I always make sure I will give you an option if that's uncomfortable for you. Having said that, if your doctor has said at any point in time, do not do exercise lying on your back, please do skip those workouts. If you've gotten the okay from your doctor to do backline movements in Trimester 2, then there's no reason why you can't go back and do some like Trimester 1 workouts as well to give you some more variety. Again, in Trimester 2, we're going to continue, like my Trimester 1 videos, to focus on core activation. Trimester 2, we're going to start focusing on belly breathing a little bit more, and as well, posture is going to be a big focus. Glute and hamstring activation, just like in Trimester 1, which we started, and we're going to continue to focus on functional movement. So a lot of similarities, some differences in the requirement that you're going to do very, very little or no backline exercise whatsoever. So for every single workout, there will be a beginner, intermediate, and advanced level. The advanced level assumes that you're very comfortable with most large body movements, so squats, lunges, goblet squats, sumo squats, and you're very comfortable with your body, and you're very comfortable with the amount of weight your body can tolerate to lift. And the assumption is also you have some basic equipment available to you. Intermediate is more of a level where the assumption is you've at least been exposed to some basic squats, lunges, sumo squats, postural movements, but you may need to finesse those movements a little bit. And the expectation is you have little or no equipment available to you. So I always try to make sure that there's lots of options as to whether or not you have to have equipment or how you can use household items to work. Beginner level, the assumption is you haven't really been exposed to much exercise at all, and so I take a lot more time on the cueing, and I'm still teaching you and exposing you to those big functional movements, but again, I take a lot longer in each of the videos, and the movements are more on a basic level. The other great thing about my videos is that they're broken down into different segments within each workout. What I mean by that is each workout done in its entirety would take somewhere between half hour to a full hour, depending on how many sets of every section of the video that you do. However, I understand that in everyone's world, sometimes they don't have time for that half hour or hour block. So you can chunk the workouts into individual sections. So every workout is comprised of an active warm-up with some dynamic stretching, which is basically athletic type stretching through movement or yoga-based stretching. There is core and postural activation and loading, so working on deep core, Kegels, core strengthening as well as posture. There's always 2 functional sets. So what I mean by a functional set, meaning larger body movements that will tax or try to challenge your glute and hamstring loading, that will be more true to life of movements that you do in actual life. And then we always finish up with some stretching, cool down stretching at the end. So you can choose to chunk those workouts however you want. For example, if say you only have 15 minutes in a day, you might choose to do an active warm-up and a functional series 1. You might choose to do on the next day an active warm-up and the stretching and some core and posture. So again, you can make it work to how you want, or you can do a complete video at once if you have that luxury of having that larger block of time. So you'll have something for everyone. Look forward to working with you throughout your pregnancy.